At American Islamic College, we engage in dialogue that enlightens, inspires, and challenges the mind. Your generosity fuels these vital conversations. Every contribution magnifies our impact.
And President Timothy, I noticed you were very alarmed about, I can't really remember, but I know it was something that really got under you. And I'm listening to you and I'm hearing like, man, this is really bothering him. And it was something that could possibly change in this next administration.
Right.
Do you recall what I'm speaking about?
Yeah, I do. I don't want to get too political, but I certainly can speak to that because it cuts to the very core of what we do as an academic institution. So in that spirit of accreditation, something we've worked so hard for, it was alarming for me to read that there is discussion at very high levels within the incoming administration about dismantling the whole accreditation system and replacing it with an accreditation system that would be championing a particular national ideology of supremacy, of American supremacy, and editorially deleting the frank, honest, diverse intellectual engagement that we believe is so critical for intellectual freedom of our students, of our faculty, and of our institutions. In some ways, the educational institutions of a country become the conscience of a country. We notice that whenever there's political unrest, it's quite common for demonstrations to occur on university campuses, for universities to take stands. Clearly, it's been we've noticed that the destruction of universities, the killing of university faculty, university presidents, and university faculty have been strategies in completely decapitating a people's sense of culture and a sense of direction. And I think that here in this country, we do have a very real danger of the vibrancy of intellectual freedom on American campuses and among U.S. university faculty to be hamstrung, to be repressed, to be criminalized in ways that could be very, very damaging to to the intellectual life of the country, certainly on one level, but also for us as a minority serving institution, as a Muslim institution, proudly Muslim institution. So we're not sure how any of this is going to affect us, but we know that the accreditation system as a peer review system, as you've said, is something that we have assented to, that we believe in it. We believe in the value of it. We've invested a lot of time, a lot of energy, a lot of resources in the quest for accreditation. And the winning of accreditation has been, I think, among our greatest accomplishments as a new institution and an emerging institution. So there's no question that we are living in a moment where intellectuals are targeted because of their exercising, their constitutional exercising of free speech and their courageous voicing of their dissent with regard to domestic policies and national policies when it comes to foreign affairs, but also internationally. And so I think this is we're moving into a very precarious and possibly dangerous historical moment for higher education in America. And I think that we need to brace ourselves, quite frankly. And I think we've worked so hard to get where we are now, and the very system that we have invested so much in to win the respect and the honor and the validation and the attestation that you referred to. We've worked so hard to get to where we are now, and we are now hearing people at very high levels of the incoming administration talk about dismantling the whole system and replacing it with a system that will be conducting litmus tests for how nationalistic or pro-American or American supremacist our courses, our faculty, and our intellectual discussions are. And to me, that's a very dangerous conversation to be having, because our ability to serve as the conscience of the nation is being removed if that's the case. And I think that our nation needs a conscience. Our nation needs a conscience. Our nation needs citizens who are critically engaging and in a very informed and educated way, critically engaging the great issues of our time, and calling for accountability from government and from business when it comes to our moral obligations as members of the human family and as citizens of planet Earth. But that's what I was upset about, because it is deeply concerning to me. It really is.
Yeah, I can tell.
Mom, would you like to add anything to that?
The American Islamic College, from its very founding with President, Dr. Ismail al-Farouqi, that it really represents this incredible opportunity for us not just to learn what's in the books, but for us to learn one another, to learn. Our tradition is a tradition of many narratives. Our tradition is a tradition of many interpretive streams. Our tradition is a tradition of unity in the midst of diversity. And this is something that, rather than being threatened by it, this is something we can celebrate.